and if people assume that I'm not a worthy writer because of the company I keep, I don't really care. If they read my book and decide that, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
But I don't have a whole lot of pride where that stuff is concerned. I feel like I do the best work I can do, and if I appreciate that some people will like it and some people will not, and I don't care which people those are. I'm not going to judge, where my book should be well received and where it should not. If that makes sense, that wasn't terribly
Yeah, it does. You strike me as a non-ideological writer. I never feel like you have an axe to grind.
I think we talked about this the last time we talked. I do have an axe to grind on this issue, but I think it came up only subtly in the book. I have big issues with the food industry and the diet industry, and I think that they fuel each other, and I think that they're harming us. And I'm not sure whether or not that came across in the book because I don't like to sully my fiction with political agenda, but there's no way that it could. There's no way that it's not in there at all. It's got to be in there a little bit because I feel pretty strongly about this.
What kind of people are susceptible to body image issues and what kind of people are not susceptible to body image issues?
I would say in our country, everybody is susceptible. And then in other countries, the body image issues would be considered a luxury, I guess. I have a friend who grew up in Nigeria, or an acquaintance, I should say, who grew up in Nigeria, who told me that he no longer lives in Nigeria, but when he and his siblings try to get his mother to lose weight, she says, "What are you trying to do? Make me look like a maid?" So of course in other countries, fat and thin mean different things from what they mean in America.
My perception is that body image issues are at least 5 times as important for women than for men. What's your perception?
I'm not sure because I know that it's very hard to say because it's much more acceptable for women to have them. And so I think a lot of men who have them keep quiet about it. But I know that men worry about it, and they worry about different aspects of it than women do, but I know men worry about balding, for example. That's body image stuff.
How important do you think a man's looks are in attracting a mate?
Less important than the other way around, but that's old news, right? But, I don't know if I could give you a mathematical equation. I think that both men and women can make up for issues with their appearance with personality, but I think that men have an advantage there.
Now, I was oblivious to the ideological points you might have been making in Skinny regarding the food industry and the diet industry. So tell me, who are you most angry at regarding body image issues?
Advertising, actually, but that's pretty vague. It makes me angry that everywhere we go, there's food. I mean, there's food in gas stations. There's food in work meetings. There's food in the movie theater, and you can smell it and you can see it. And even when there's not food, there are signs advertising food that make our brains think that there's food. And when we see food, we think we're hungry, right? And so it's like we eat and we eat and we eat, and eating too much makes us gain weight, and then we feel like we need to lose weight, and then there's the diet industry waiting for us, right? Advertising diet pills and trainers and, all kinds of stuff that are going to fix the problem. So maybe a diet will work for a brief period of time, but eventually, just because of the nature of a diet, the person will start eating again and many times gain the weight again, because the food industry's allure has become too strong. And, we can go back and forth like that forever.
It sounds like what you're saying is that the best diet would be from television.
Television isn't the only place where there are ads. I don't have a television, and so I can say from experience that I see food imagery everywhere, and television, is not the sole culprit.
What are the favorite questions that you like to receive from people you like?
About my book or in general? Like, are you talking about interviews?
In general.
Oh. Let me think about this. Maybe, do you want a massage? That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Or would you mind holding my puppy for a second?
My puppy?
Puppy.
Oh, puppy. Yeah.
Yeah. How's that?
Okay. Is there anything that I should ask you that I have not asked you?
No, I don't think you missed anything. I think you left no stone unturned, but I'm willing to answer any other questions you might have.
Okay, cool. I'm going to press a couple of buttons and end this for the moment.